Hello and welcome back to Nightshade. So previously, we were thrown in prison for murdering Hideyoshi, even though we didn't. Doesn't make any sense. And now everyone is chasing after us with their own ninjas so that they can be the guardian of Hideyori, aka they will be able to rule the country. And Ieyasu has sent Hanzo to protect us. He needs to catch up first, and Gekamaru has saved us from prison. So, without further ado, let's go. All right, the land of Konoe in the mountains. A day has passed since I left Kyo with Gekamaru, so you didn't get very far. I wonder if everyone in Koga knows I've broken out of jail by now.
石田三成が取り方を放っている可能性があります。しばらくは太い街道は避け、こういった山中を進むべきです。
That's smart.
あなたには苦労をかけてしまいますが、どうぞご辛抱を。
Aw, I'm glad that he is at least with us. Our character would not have done well. I'll be alright. I am a shinobi too. I can walk through the mountains fine. It's just that...
ただ
It's a little disheartening that everyone ditched us, but you know. I kept thinking of Koga. Well, you've been abandoned, so... Is the village going to be alright? Will they be in trouble because I ran away? No, they've...
あなたは本当にお優しい方ですね。
Yes, and that's a problem.
甲賀の里は大丈夫でしょう。そのために関東様はあなたを。すみません。
Yeah, I mean... No, it's alright. I'm sure that father's decision was one made with Koga's best interest at heart. I don't know, the guys kind of seem like a douchebag. I have to ask Gekamaru, you seem to be sure of where we're going. Do we have a destination? Didn't he tell us?
少し目指してみようと思う場所があるのです。
Where would that be?
前に聞いたことがあるのです。近江の国より遠く離れた東北の地のどこかに
We're gonna get attacked, aren't we?
事情により里を抜け追われる立場となった忍びたちがひっそりと暮らす場所が存在していると。
Why didn't... never mind. Why didn't Goro-san live there then? I mean, it's a village for... Nukenin?
本当かどうかもわからない。ひどくあやふやな話ですが。
I've never heard that word before.
しかし、闇雲に逃げ回ることを考えれば、噂であれ、信じて目指してみるのも悪くないと思いました。どうでしょうか？
I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. I think it's a good idea. It's better mentally to have a goal. Yeah. Let's go, Gekamaru.
はい。
When is Hanzo gonna show up? I swear I'm not on Gekamaru's route. A village made of Nukenin. Nukenin? It's better to believe it's there. Yeah. Better to have hope than nothing at all. We don't have anywhere else to go anyway. Exactly. There's nowhere else to go. Might as well. Kyofushimi Castle prison cell. Irritable footsteps stopped before Goemon's cell. It was Minister Ishida looking in a bad mood. See, I should have called out to Goemon.
貴様に機会をくれてやる。
Oh no, I don't want Goemon to attack us.
急にどうしたんだい？正式な沙汰が下るのは普通もっと先だろう。
He really has no reason to work with him anyway.
いいから話を聞け。今から言う仕事をこなせば、お前の罪を減じてやる。
Or he could just leave.
何やら焦ってるね。でも話をするならその前に縄くらい外してくれないかい。
Sneaky.
ふざけるな。応じるわけがないだろう。
それは残念。でもそんなに警戒してる相手に頼み事なんて大丈夫なのかね。
I mean, you are a thief.
罪人のくせに生意気な口を。
悪かったよ。
I love Geomon.
じゃ
Or not
何も聞かなかったことにして
See,
俺はここでのんびり暮らしてようか。
Goemon. I call him Geomon. I don't know why. Goemon. I like him.
牢の中ってのも結構面白い。すぐそばで脱獄劇が見られるなんてそうそうないからね。
I so would have broken him out too. I'm like, you know what, screw you guys. I'm gonna let this guy that I captured out.
そういえば脱獄したお嬢ちゃんは俺を捕らえた子だったみたいだけど、あの話は本当なのかい？
何のことだ？
Oh, we're not gonna tell him? Hmm?
あんたたちが話してた秀吉殺しのことさ。ちょっとした知り合いだったからあの子が殺したなんて信じられなくてね。
Yeah, literally everyone who's met my character has been like, she's too much of a nice person to do something like that. And then this guy obviously is
事
fishy.
実だ。あの娘は秀吉様殺しの大罪人。お前にはあの娘を追ってもらいたい。
But he hated Hideyoshi, so why would he give a crap? Of course, he doesn't know that.
それはまた俺に頼むとは妙な話だ。取り方を放てば済むだろうに。もしや大っぴらには追えない理由でもあるのかい？
See,
理由など貴様には関係ない。
he's a very smart
ただ
man.
行って捕らえて連れ戻せばいいのだ。
That's why he literally didn't get caught until just now.
やっぱりそう来るか。でもそれなら俺も乗らないよ。あんたのために働く義理もないしね。
Dude, just say you're gonna do it, get out of prison, and it's just never come back. Like, they couldn't catch you before.
ほら、どうなんだい？これには裏があるんだろう？
あの娘は今五大老の手先の忍びに命を狙われている。それを阻止するため
But
貴
you,
様を使うというだけだ。
but you want him to kill her.
それはお嬢ちゃんを助けるってことかい？あんたが五大老の目的を妨害するなんて意味はなさそうに思えるけどね。
I mean,
秀吉を殺したならどうやったって死罪以外にありえない。五大老の忍びが殺しても同じだろ。
全く違う。
mm-hmm.
それでは後見人が。
There it is. Mitsunari stopped himself quickly as he could, but it was too late. Yep.
ああ、なるほどね。お嬢ちゃんを殺した忍びの主が秀頼の後見人になるって算段か。
Mm-hmm.
それは確かに焦るね。あんたたちにしてみればそもそも後見人なんていらないだろうし。
Goemon, you are too freaking smart for your own good, man.
貴様には関係ない。
Mm-hmm.
生かしたまま捕らえて戻れば2000両くれてやろう。
それは随分と張り込むね。だけどそんな大枚領収の身には何の意味もないよ。
娘を捕らえて戻れば自由を保証する。
そうかい。でもそんな提案だけで俺が一口乗ると思ってるのかい？お嬢ちゃんを渡して自由になってもまたすぐ捕らえられたら話にならないだろう。
Exactly.
これまでの罪は不問にしよう。ただし娘を連れ戻せばに限る。
Goemon, he knows.
破格の条件だね。それだけ本気ということか。
I mean, back then, you could just literally, especially, just change your name and move somewhere else. Like, people could disappear so easy back then. Goemon nodded as if he were convinced. Then he tensed his muscles for a second and stood. His ropes fell easily away from him. He walked to the prison bars and stretched his hand out to the lock. Yeah, he could get.
おい、
He was just
何を
there.
する？
He was just there for fun. Mitsunari stepped back in alarm. With a flick of a wrist, Goemon unlocked the door. Shocked, speechless, Mitsunari watched as the prison doors slowly opened. He was just there for kicks. Goemon ducked out of the small door. Once he was out, he stretched and slid a hand across the back of his neck. Once.
貴様、 私の前でこのような。
Hey, you were gonna let him out.
実は暇つぶしで縄抜けしてたんだ。鍵もあまり強固なものとは言えないし、もう少し何とかした方がいいよ。まあ少し落ち着いておくれ。俺はあんたの話に乗ろうと思って牢を抜けたんだ。
I was just on vacation in here.
五大論の忍びによる追悼なんて女の子相手にちょっとやりすぎだ。あの子のことは少し気に入ってたし、金と自由も得られるなら乗らない手はない。ここは一つ協力しようじゃないか。
Oh, you know if you give her to him, he'll kill her.
とりあえず五大老の忍びは上杉の軒猿衆、毛利の座頭衆、前田の加賀人軍。浮田に忍びの子飼いはいないんじゃないかい？
He'll find someone. Goemon counted each elder by following his fingers. Mitsunari answered him, losing all hostility.
浮田様は風魔人軍を雇うそうだ。
I swear the Fuma clan is the one who killed Hanzo.
へえ、
I don't
金
remember
の
though.
力は偉大だね。あとは徳川忍び組か。ここが一番厄介だけど、まあいいか。
I played so many of these like historical Japanese games that I sometimes confuse like actual history with like what was going on in the game, or if I had heard it in a game. I'm pretty sure. I know he was killed by another shinobi from a different clan.
それじゃああと
Or
一つだ
rumored
け。
to be
甲
anyway.
賀の忍びが話題に出なかったのはなぜだい？
Because Hanzo was a samurai and a ninja, a shinobi.
あのお嬢ちゃんは甲賀の忍びだ。
Such cool. I love
ま
history.
だその里の連中が自ら追うのが物の道理というものだろう。
You always learn history. It's some of the coolest stories and some of the saddest things.
甲賀の里の長があの娘との縁を切ったからだ。もはや親子でもないと言ってな。
Aw. You're all alone.
あのお嬢ちゃん、長の娘だったのかい？ってことは、里にも親にも捨てられたってことか。
Yeah, I
かわ
agree.
い
Poor
そうに。
thing. Poor thing. Yeah, poor us.
ってことは今のところ、あんたが一番マシのようだね。
分かったらさっさと行け。
No, I'm.
本当にせっかちだね。それじゃ、ちょっと行ってくるよ。
So, Goemon's chasing after us.
どう出たものかな。一番厄介なのは徳川忍び組だけど、あの男を出し抜いてみるのも面白いかもね。
Good luck with that. Chapter 7. A few days passed after escaping from jail. Gekamaru and I were heading towards the hidden village, taking a route that cut through Konoe. I hoped nothing would happen on the way there. Yeah, well, you never know, really. I mean, you never know. Okay. But reality wasn't so kind. Yeah. Action music. Gekamaru suddenly stopped. I stood still listening to a sound I couldn't hear. My body tensed. Yeah, you're being chased, girl.
来ました。追っ手です。
Nope.
二手に分かれましょう。俺がおとりになって敵を引きつけます。
Okay.
あなたはしばらくここで気配を立って隠れていてください。北へ進むと炭焼き小屋があります。その裏の小道が二股に分かれる場所で落ち合いましょう。
Okay. I was wondering how they're gonna separate us from Gekamaru and we'll stay with Hanzo. Wait, I can't let you do this alone. Yes, we can.
どうかお願いします。
I just don't want him to die.
追
That
っ
would
手に
be.
は追うべき相手を間違えていたと思わせたいのです。
But then you'll be in danger. Yeah, I don't want him to die.
俺は大丈夫です。あなたは連中が俺を追って十分離れたのを確認してから動いてください。
Gekamaru looked determined. It was impossible to change his mind now. Yeah. Alright, Gekamaru. Please be safe.
はい。では、行きます。
He jumped up without a sound and began running towards the east. I hid myself behind the trees. After a while, I saw 4 shadows head in his direction. Those were ordinary soldiers. They moved more like shinobi. There were many, too. I wonder if Gekamaru will be alright. I couldn't follow them now, though. It might be more trouble than help. Gekamaru, stay safe. Well, they're not after Gekamaru. They're after her. I prayed because it was the only thing I could do. I felt useless. Well, we're kind of the worst ninja ever.
おかしい。
Mm-hmm.
確かに追っ手の気配は4つだが。
Don't freaking die, Gekamaru. I don't want
忍び？
my puppy boy
それもかなりの手だれ。
to get hurt. It make me sad.
だが、甲賀の追っ手ではない。一体どういうことだ？しかし、嫌な距離だ。引き離すには近く、迎え撃つには遠い。
Well, you did say they were, you know, well trained or experienced. Pursuers moved in perfect unison. Gekamaru knew it would be difficult to escape without a fight.
近すぎる。もっと離れないと、あの方が動けない。
Gekamaru heard a whistle by his ear and dodged. A small piece of silver shot by near his cheek. Oh,
針か。
I don't like needles.
もう少し離れたかったが、これ以上は無理か。どうか気を見て、お逃げください。
Aww. Gekamaru turned and faced his pursuers. He shouted,
何者だ。
甲賀者もなかなかやりまする。しかもおとりを買って出るとは、
Yeah.
犬がごとくのあっぱれな忠義。面倒の目は積んでおくに限りまする。お覚悟召されよ。
どこの手のものだ。
I always thought the artwork on the weird little nitpick on my part, but like the artwork on the arm in the wrist area always throws me off because of like the shading and the it's like whoop, look at the levels. I'm sorry, it's just been bothering me like every time I play this is the arms. I know it's the fabric and it just looks weird because of fabric, but I can't. Sorry. Poor shadows quivered and solidified before him. Ooh, that's fun. Looking Wolverine man.
我らは座頭衆。
They did good design.
毛利家に仕える忍び衆。そして私は長である捧げ。 短き間なれど、どうぞお見知りおきを。
Talk freaking faster. Anyway, I love the design they have on these characters. The character designs are really well done on this. In my opinion, I like it. I like this guy too. He looks creepy.
座頭衆だと。なぜ俺たちを追う。
Zatoshu.
ご存じないのですね。あなたの守るお姫様は五大老の獲物となったのですよ。追うのは五大老に仕える忍び衆。勝った忍びの主が勝者。簡単な話でしょう。
Fun.
我らが一番乗りとはまこと運がいい。輝元様に勝利を捧げるため、あなたもろとも姫の首をいただきましょうか。
By the look of your ribs, he should be feeding you guys better. She's saying. The man name is Sus. Okay. His name's not Sausage. Sasage. I just looked at him and was like, his name is Sausage. But no, it's Sasage. Sorry. Alright, Sasage. The man named Sasage had a sinister aura about him. Okay, he's not sausage. I really want to call him sausage, though.
敵は4人
Oh,
だが
but he
や
also
るしか
has
ない
an
長を倒せば
awesome
勝機はある
instrument. What is that instrument? Not a koto. Those things are... Anyway,
追い詰められた
it'll
畜
probably
生
tell me.
は思わぬ力を発揮するというしかしそれは相手の不意をつくのが条件我ら相手ではちっと難しゅうござりまするぞ
Oh yeah, I want to see the other guy. I kind of got a quick glimpse of frickin' Wolverine, but I want to see him.
力量の差はないかもしれぬであれば数の多さが我らの有利座頭衆参りまする
Hmm. Yeah, there's Wolverine. What up, dude? He kind of looks like he should be a part of the Sheikah. From the Sheikah
我
clan.
らが撃つ
Okay. Do. Don't die, Gekamaru. Gekamaru ghosted his shadow onto a tree using as decoy to escape the needles. Oh, they're needles! He just looks like Wolverine. Several stabbed into the ground he stepped on. They came in waves again and again. Countless needles flew at him wherever he went. Eventually they'd run out. He didn't have time to knock them away with his sword. Instead, he dodged them while he grasped the positions of his enemies. Yep. No, holding your sword like that wouldn't actually... Anywho, not nitpick the fighting
まず
stance.
1人
Unless he's pulling the Rurouni Kenshin reverse blade. He hid in the shadows as one of the Zatoshu fell. Stilling his breathing, he looked around. Sasage did not move from the spot. So he's gonna use musical instrument.
いい腕だこと甲賀に背を向けてでもあのお姫様を助けようとするだけのことはございまするな
What is that instrument? It's driving me nuts.
ところで気づいておいでか先ほどあなたが東に方角を変えたあの場所に戻っていることに
何あの方が逃げるだけの時間を稼げていないこのままでは
Yeah, that's not
嘆
good.
くことはご
That's
ざ
really
いま
not
せ
good.
ぬよ死での旅路は共になさいませ
Oh, Gekamaru, don't die.
しまった
Oh no! Don't die, Gekamaru. We really don't want you to. Gekamaru's anxiety got the better of him. He felt cold poison spread through his chest. Oh no! The Zatoshu had sacrificed one of their men to get a direct hit on him. Even the way they lured him back was to cause him to hesitate.
あ
Aww.
のか弱き姫が
It's a-
ここに残っているなどとは思うておりませぬよそれほど愚かでもありますまい
Oh, do not underestimate our stupidity. That would be a big mistake on your part. His instrument's what is it called? A shamisen? I can't pronounce it. It's like a Japanese lute. How do you say it? Shamisen? I know I'm not saying it right. But yeah, it's I've seen Geisha play it.
ですが
It
あ
sounds
なた
beautiful. I
を
love that
おとりに
instrument.
誘い出すことはで
That and
き
the
ましょう
koto. Koto is beautiful. I love it. Anyway,
嬉
I'm going back
し
to
い
this.
でしょうおとりとしての本分を全うできて
I swear I can focus on stuff if I really tried.
もっとも思っていたのとは真逆のおとりでしょ
Aww,
うが
Keki, Maru, Keki.
くそ目が
Aww.
かすむ。
Don't die, Gekamaru.
甲賀の姫、あなたの忠義な犬は毒針に倒れましたよ。
I really hope we pop out. Just to disappoint Gekamaru once again.
あなたの命と引き換えです。さあ、おいでなさいませ。
We are too nice. We probably followed.
いけ
Because there
ま
was
せん。
4 of them. No.
甲賀の姫、あなたの忠
Oh, we are
義な
stupid. We
犬
did
は
follow.
毒針に倒れましたよ。あなたの命と引き換えです。さあ、おいでなさいませ。
I almost ran out to save him, but I stopped myself. The enemy did not know where I was. That was why they needed Gekamaru to bait me. If I jumped out now, all that Gekamaru had done would be pointless. Yet being there makes it pointless. I knew that, but he gave up his life in Koga to help me escape. Yeah, it would make me feel bad. I must not let them take his life. He cannot sacrifice himself for me. No. How many enemies left? 2? Or are there more lurking? Calm down, I have to figure this out. Well, we only saw 4. If I don't save Gekamaru soon, the poison will kill him. What is my best option?
見つけましたよ。
Oh, we can't think now. We took too long. He found us. Good job! Good job being the worst shinobi ever. Oh. How? We've been...
おや、本気で我らに見つからぬと信じておいででしたか。
You're probably
同
sweating.
様で気配が漏
We
れて
smell
おり
your
ま
fear,
した。
aka you're sweating bullets so we can smell you. Anywho.
ああ、逃げぬ方がよろしいので
His
は。
name's not even spelled like
あ
sausage.
の男の命が惜しいのでしょう。
Alright, sausage. We'll get this over with. Let's fight. He gestured towards one of his men, who had Gekamaru pressed to the ground. Gekamaru was wheezing for air. Get off of him. Gekamaru! Yeah, get off of
申し
Geki.
訳ありません。
Don't die, Geki. He's sweating so much the poison works fast. He has to take the antidote. Do they have it?
ください。
I mean, they should, just in case somebody
俺
was
はいいから。
somebody was stupid and actually pricked themselves with it.
動くな。
I mean, he's already poisoned. Leave the man alone. The Zatoshu twisted Gekamaru's arm up. Ooh, I know that move.
毒が早く回りまするよ。
Mhm.
もっとも、その方が楽に死ねるかもしれないという
The faster your
もの。
blood pumps, the faster it moves through your system.
お姫様より先に死ぬか、後に死ぬか、そのどちらかでしかありません。
Stop. Please stop. I am not screaming. I have roommates and they'll get mad at me. Sorry, guys. I can't get overly emotional. And I'm not very emotional anyway. I have a block of ice for a heart. Zazatoshu let go of his arm. Gekamaru was beginning to black out. Yeah. Probably not in a good place right now. I have to do something. But I didn't have an idea what.
甲賀の里の抜け人。
I don't know. We gotta figure something out.
毛利に使える座頭衆がもらい受けまする。
But Morai Zatoshu. I didn't know why they were here, but I automatically drew my daggers. Well, they're there for you, obviously.
そのような頼りない構えで私の一撃が避けられるとお思いか。
I mean, we did take down Goemon, so by ourselves.
何？いつの間に？
Yay, Hanzo, my boy, my man's.
追い
He
つ
is
か
older
れて
than
い
us.
たとは。
Our man's has arrived to save the day. Sasage fell to the ground. I looked around to see his other men were defeated as well. Yay! Among the trees, I could see a figure standing in the shadows. Hey, now I get 2 bodyguards. You are Hanzo. Yeah, there's our man. There's our man. Recognize his shape, the cold, sharp eyes that showed no emotion, the strongest shinobi I knew. Hanzo-sama. I love Hanzo. Is he after me too? Well, if he is, we're screwed. I'm just gonna say that. I lifted my dagger. Sorry, I'm very dehydrated. How do I fight? Exactly, how do I fight this beast of a man? Yeah, let's go with this one. How do I fight him? How do I fight him? He will easily parry my attacks. Yeah, the dude would destroy me. I can't just do nothing. The power he emanated was threatening. I felt like running away, but forced myself to stay. Gripping my dagger as I crouched for stability. Hanzo-sama's eyes glittered. Oh, he's enjoying this. Yep, there it is. Oh, we could have so much fun together. He's into fighting. Had to fight me? Oh, he's amused. Please, I only want to save Gekamaru. Hanzo-sama stayed perfectly poised. I freaking love him. I mean, yeah. Of course, he was poisoned trying to save me. I can't leave him here to die. Even if I can't win. The tips of my daggers began to tremble. Hanzo-sama let out a short sigh. Don't tell me what to do. He spoke quietly without a trace of hostility. That caught me by surprise. He doesn't intend to fight? I mean, if he wanted to, he would have, like, killed me immediately. Along with the other guys. Gekamaru's voice snapped me back to reality. Back to reality. Oops, so goes gravity. Oops. Anywho. Gekamaru! I ran towards Gekamaru. The shinobi who had been holding him down lay dead by his side. I got on my knees and leaned forward. His eyes were open in slits, but they were not focused. Yeah, we need to get him... We need to get him the antidote, like search the pockets or something. Gekamaru, keep it together. He's gonna die. Oh, I don't want him to die. When I touched him, his wound was hot, but the other parts of his body were cold. The poison was working fast. What are we gonna do with Gekamaru? Are you gonna carry him, or am I gonna... Who's gonna carry Gekamaru? We cannot move Gekamaru now. I need to make him some antidote. Hanzo, take care of them. You know you can. Hanzo-sama's glare was cold. Puppy. I felt shivers run down my spine. But he doesn't intend to kill me. I know I can't win in a fight with him. But I couldn't do as he said. I willed myself to stop trembling. Don't look away. Look away and you lose. We stared at each other. We stared at each other for what seemed an eternity. Then Hanzo-sama suddenly thrust his hand in his clothes and pulled out a small pat. If he already had an antidote, why didn't you give it to me earlier? Oh my gosh. This is... Then what, why didn't you shove it in Gekamaru's mouth immediately, dude? I opened the packet to find the medicine in the form of pills. It smelled of plantain herbs. I scratched a little with my nail and licked it. It's safe. How would you know? Wouldn't it take a while for it to, like, kick in? I pushed the pills into Gekamaru's mouth and washed it down with the water bottle I had. He managed to swallow, and I let out a sigh of relief. What do you want, pup? What do you want? Okay. Sorry, puppy wanted to be tucked in. Okay. Okay. He managed to swallow and I let out a sigh of relief. That's how we're gonna get rid of Gekamaru without killing him. Okay, that makes sense. I did as he said. I hid Gekamaru in a safe spot and covered him with a cloth so he wouldn't get cold. Gekamaru was still unconscious, but his breathing was now steady. Well, now he's just... Good, Gekamaru will be alright. Now I can go back to Koga and be like, well, she ditched me. Thank you, Hans. Is he gonna knock me out? Okay. He strode away, but I did not follow him. We just take Gekamaru with us. Can't you carry him? No? I guess not. Because, I can't leave Gekamaru alone. Why are you trying to take me away?
その男には解毒薬を与えた。一日もあれば動ける。先ほどもそう言ったが。
Yeah, but what if it rains? It's Japan after all. It might rain. His eyes were so intimidating, it was difficult to speak. I mean, he's pretty
お
pissed
前
right
は
now.
安全な場所へ連れて行くのが俺の任務だ。
What do you mean? Your objective is different from the other, Shinobi? Well, girl, he just saved you. Hanzo-sama frowned, then let out a sigh of irritation. He muttered to himself.
面倒だ。
I know. We are. Oh, he smacked us. I didn't even see him move. In a flash, he had knocked me out cold. Oh, you're arguing with him. In the mountains. I heard the crackling of a fire. Where am I? The warmth was comforting, and I smelled something good. It must be Gekamaru cooking it. Girl! Did you think it was a dream that Hanzo... We had a whole conversation with Hanzo? Gekamaru's cooking was delicious. Kiara wanted to beat him at it, but I didn't feel there was a need to. I felt comfortable with him. He was my childhood friend, who I just ditched in the woods. I mean, it wasn't my... Gekamaru.
気づいたか。
Oh, hello. Hanzo-sama. His cool voice woke me up in an instant. It wasn't Gekamaru that was cooking by the fire. Hanzo Hattori, the strongest shinobi to ever live, but sworn loyalty to Ieyasu Tokugawa. No, that's right. He knocked me out. I mean, he was part of the Koga, Iga clan. So I guess we're kind of... Nah, we're not related. Where's Gekamaru? Did the antidote work? We ditched him, remember? I've got to find him. I've got to get back to Gekamaru. My body felt heavy, but I could still move. I was about to run when... Yeah, he was not going to let that happen. A row of twigs seemed to sprout from the ground before me. Yeah, I can't believe what I saw. For a moment, I thought they were daggers. It had stopped me from running in an instant. This skill was legendary. That's
おとな
scary.
しくしていろ。面倒をかけられるのはごめんだ。
Alright, I'll stay. He's strong even more than Gekamaru. Or brother Chojiro. Even more than anyone I've seen before. I feel perfectly fine with him. Be like, alright, you're my bodyguard. Hanzo-sama, why did you come to save me?
お前を安全な場所に連れて行くのが俺の任務だからだ。
Ieyasu obviously ordered him to, girl. It's not that hard to figure out. Who?
家康
Oh
様
my
だ。
gosh, we are not the
俺はあの
brightest,
方の
are
ご
we?
命令以外で動きはしない。
Exactly. Lord Tokugawa wants to save me? Why would he when I am supposedly the murderer of Hideyoshi-sama?
座れ、説明する。
Exposition dump! I had no choice. I had to obey him. Oh, God.
娘。家康様はお前に自分の状況を理解させろとおっしゃった。
Mm-hmm. My situation.
お前は秀吉様殺害の犯人として囚われ逃亡した重罪人だ。
Yes. But I didn't do it. Well, they don't care. They just need someone to blame, girl. That's all they need. Hanzo-sama did not reply to my protest. Instead, he ignored me and continued to speak.
秀吉様亡き今、秀頼様の後見人を五大老の中から選ぶことになった。秀吉様の遺書に従い、殺害犯の首を取った者が後見人となる。
Huh? What do you... My brain stopped working. I couldn't understand what he had just said. Oh, girl, come on. No, I just don't want to understand. I want to pretend it's not happening to me. Yeah, this would suck.
お前を撃った者が秀頼様の後見人となる。お前は五大老から狙われる身となったのだ。
No, that can't be. I didn't kill Hideyoshi-sama. I didn't. No one cares. We are a scapegoat. We happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
お前が実際に秀吉様を殺したかどうかはすでに問題ではない。
Let's be real. It never really mattered. They were gonna use me as... Like, we found him!
お前という存在は秀頼様の後見人争いの駒となったのだ。
Yeah, sad.
お前の意志など関係ない。存在している限り追われる。事実、お前は毛利家の忍び、ザトウ州の襲撃を受けた。
We're fleeing to a
黄
place.
河の里の抜け人、その命、毛利に仕えるザトウ州がもらい受けまする。
And we're fleeing to a place that obviously all the other shinobi have heard whispers about, so it's not exactly going to be the safest place. So that's what they meant. They wanted to kill me so Lord Miori would become the guardian.
ザトウ州は退けた。毛利はこれで脱落だ。
Mm-hmm. He had that few ninja? There's only like 4 or 5 of them. That's pathetic.
だが、前田の加賀
Unless
人
he
軍、
only sent like 4 or
上
5.
杉の軒猿衆、そして浮田の雇った風魔人軍がお前を追っている。
Mm. What about Lord Tokugawa's shinobi?
徳川忍び組はこの争いには参加しない。俺がここにいるのはお前を死なせないためだ。
They are playing the game, but they're playing it like on the next level because they know that she's not who they really should be going after. But why? If you kill me now, Hideori-sama's guardian will be your master. He don't need
家
that.
康様は後見人には固執されておらぬ。
What? Whoever wants to become the guardian must kill me. Lord Tokugawa does not need to become one. That's the reason why his shinobi aren't after me. No, he doesn't want to be the guardian. He wants to be the ruler. Instead, he sent Hanzo-sama to protect me. There is a reason he wants me alive. Does that mean Lord Tokugawa would prefer none of the other 5 elders to succeed? I blurted out. Hanzo-sama stopped tending to the fire and looked up.
頭の中に花が咲いているわけではなさそうだ。
Yeah, so besides the clapping monkey and butterflies, we do have some ideas sometimes. I was speechless. Is that what he thought of me? A brainless wuss? I mean, they haven't exactly proven him wrong.
この件で五大老同士が後見人をめぐり争い、互いに潰し合うのであれば、徳川にとって好都合。
I don't think he sees us as a wuss. I just think he sees us as too optimistic, not realistic enough.
だか
Naive.
ら娘、お前は追っ手に殺されぬよう生き延びねばならない。
We are naive to the actual world of shinobi, even though we grew up in it. So I don't think he thinks we're a wuss. He just thinks we're naive. My head began to spin, which we are. We are. Because she didn't actually think her friends would abandon her when they did. The shinobi of the 5 elders were after me, but well, one party wanted me alive. My destiny was being decided without my having any say. It's usually what destiny does, it doesn't give crap. I felt helpless, I hugged my knees. None of my opinions count. Yakumaro, I wish he were here. I'd feel strong if he was here. I remember his gentle smile. He wasn't with me anymore. Aww. Yakumaro, please be safe. Yeah, at least he's not dead. I didn't want him to kill him. Yakumaro's like our little loyal guard doggy.
食事だ。
Hanzo-sama said in a clipped voice. I snapped out of my trance to see him watching me. He was expressionless. He had a mentality of steel. Sorry. This mission was probably no big deal for him. I can't handle it like him. I had no appetite. I was tired and hungry. I did not think anything would pass my throat. You force yourself. I shook my head weakly. Hanzo-sama did not push me to eat. I would force myself to eat and feel sick and then fall asleep. After finishing his dinner, quickly, Hanzo stood up like a shadow.
おとなしくしていてもらう。
Okay. Huh? I didn't have the time to resist. He tied me up quickly before I could react. Oh, it's because he's afraid we're gonna go run off. Thanks, Hanzo. Let me go.
余計な手間をかけさせられたくない。
If I was a real shinobi, I'd be able to untie myself like Goemon. He fixed the knots tighter on my hands behind my back without moving an eyebrow. He even stuffed something in my mouth. Ew.
寝ろ。それとも眠らせてほしいか。
Like, dude, just like, I can't sleep tied up like being freaking hogtied. His voice was dark and low. If I resisted, I was sure he would not hesitate to knock me out again. Maybe that'd be for the best. I had to conserve my energy if I was going to run away. But would I be able to? No, I don't think so. It suddenly hit me that I had nowhere to go. I felt if I dropped my head now, I would never be able to raise it again. So I kept my head up high, stared back at Hanzo-sama. The best I can do is to behave as if I am not defeated. He stared at me long and hard. I didn't look away. After a while, he gave me a nod.
その息やよし。
Yep. I didn't know if I heard him correctly. Then he placed a hand over my eyes. I couldn't see anything. And then I fell asleep.
今は何も考えるな。
He commanded, and my body was so tired I succumbed. So
眠
tired.
れ。俺がお前を死なせはせぬ。
Obviously, I won't be comfortable about it. You freaking hogtied me and told me to go to sleep. Not gonna be comfortable that way. I didn't know what to feel about that. I don't know. I knew he was just stating facts again. But the low timbre of his voice calmed me and I found myself falling asleep. Yeah, I'd be exhausted. Darkness was there when I closed my eyes. Darkness was there when I opened them. Land of Konoe. Fire had extinguished long ago. Must be freaking cold now. I slowly woke up to find Hanzo-sama sitting in the same spot with his eyes closed. Is he sleeping? I looked up at the sky to see the moon had moved. Around 2 hours had passed. My hands are tied, but my feet are free. Okay, so he didn't hog-tie us. The gag I had in my mouth was gone too. I felt refreshed after the nap. Sleeping with a gag would be really annoying. I could look for Gekamaru now. Why would I? There was no point. Gekamaru was fine. I'm not we're on Hanzo's route. I'm not leaving. Or handsome Bishoujo man. I should stay. We're staying. I should stay where I am. I almost stood up but relaxed again. Hanzo-sama said he would be all right after a day. Gekamaru would have gone by now. Yeah, he wouldn't be there anymore. It'd be pointless for me to go to him now. If I find him, I'd only be putting him in danger again. It'll take time for him to recover from the poison. He's better off without me, where he's unlikely to be brought into a fight. Even if I never see him again. I sighed. Yeah, he's probably better
あの
off.
男が気になるのか。
Yes. I turned around. Hanzo-sama was awake and alert. He watched me with shrewd eyes. Why are you angry at me? Every time you're around me, you get grumpy. Hey, tsundere man. I don't even know if he's tsundere. He's just prickly. I didn't notice when he had woken.
だがお前が戻ったところで状況は好転しない。
I know, that's why I'm chilling here. His voice was flat but cold. He only spoke the facts. Yeah, I know. Yes, if I returned now, he would be forced to fight again.
分かっているならいい。
Now, we need to have some better alone time and get to know each other. How old is my character again? Yeah, whatever. It's strange to hear him approve of my decisions. Hanzo-sama is hard to read. Nothing shows on his face. I bet the decisions he makes has nothing to do with how he feels. Well, yeah, that's what he told you to begin with. The emotions are kind of useless with these kinds of things. Come to think of it, the first time I met Hanzo-sama and Lord Tokugawa, he suddenly appeared before that man and knocked him down. He was able to use his own master as a decoy. Yeah, because he don't care. Plus, freaking Ieyasu is a samurai. You think the man can't, take out a freaking assassin like that? I don't think I would be able to do that. I would be afraid that something might go wrong, even if I had orders to. Or is it because he is confident he will not fail? Or does he think if he failed under those orders, it made no difference? Kind of both. Maybe. A little bit of A, a little bit of B. Hanzo-sama simply stood there the way he always did. I felt his eyes on me, watching what course of action I would decide to take. In the end, I didn't do anything. Yeah. He's different from me, which is good because we don't need two optimistic people involved in this. To him, his priority is his mission, the way a shinobi should be. Exactly. Hanzo-sama. He did not reply. It was hard to tell what he was thinking. I sighed. I didn't know why my heart felt so heavy. I lay on my side. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Please keep talking to me. I love your voice. Hanzo-sama will keep his promise. But he will protect me in a completely different way from Gekamaru. Yeah, Gekamaru was like that little happy puppy, loyal puppy. Hanzo's more like a freaking cat. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be antisocial about it. He'll bring you like dead birds and mice to like feed you. Be like, here, present human. And it's like, don't touch me. He was simply trying to keep Lord Tokugawa's pawn alive. He doesn't really mean to protect me. I must not expect his protection. I told myself, and suddenly it struck me. Protection? I use that word so easily. That's right. Someone has been always there to protect me. Gekamaru, Koga, Brother Chojuro. I'd even thought about what that really meant. Had I ever thought about what that really meant? I spent my days peacefully with my friends, being trained by Brother Chojuro, and grumbling when Gekamaru was overprotective. Everyone around me treated me well. I took care to keep me away from harm. Being protected became something normal to me. Now the situation is different. I am on my own. Worry and fear gripped me, but I tried to control myself. I shut my eyes. Darkness was there when I closed my eyes. Darkness was there when I opened them. She's not getting much sleep. Oh, it's day morning. I woke to someone shaking me. I felt my ropes loosen and snap awake. I'm free? Okay. I turned around, but Hanzo wasn't there. He may have gone to look around, or perhaps he decided to give me some privacy. I doubt that. He intends to travel with me. I didn't know how he felt, but I knew he wasn't lying when he said he would keep me alive. He was a shinobi. It was his mission. Helping me was not his objective. He said it was his mission to take me somewhere safe. He didn't say it was a mission to help me run. That alone makes everything so much better. A leaf dropped and floated down onto the remains of yesterday's fire. What's that? I saw a small package that looked like breakfast near where it fell. I looked around but sensed nothing. Still, I didn't think the leaf had dropped by coincidence. I tried convincing myself. I'll go with him, but that is the only choice I have. Well, yeah, I mean, the antidote worked. Gekamaru will be fine. I'll stay alive because it's the life Gekamaru saved. My best option is to stay with Hanzo-sama. I'll stay alive and go with him. Well, he wanted to go to the same village, so... I opened the packet. It contained a few toasted rice balls. Ooh, yummy. I love rice balls. If Lord Tokugawa ordered Hanzo-sama to keep me alive, he would never poison me. I'll have some. I took a bite. And it knocked me out. I woke up 3 days later. While I ate, Hanzo-sama returned without my noticing and sat in the same spot. You're the worst shinobi ever. We're so bad at him. Hi, Gekamaru.
ここ。
気がついたか、月下丸。
Oh, hello, Chojuro. What's up, man? You're looking pretty as always.
長次郎殿。体が。ザトウシュウの毒がまだ残っているのか。こんなところで立ち止まっている場合ではないのに。
Is Chojuro there to force him to go back to Koga? Bet he is. No. No shit. Chojuro. I know, he just decided to, you know, take a nap under the trees. And the bushes. Cover himself with leaves. You know, he's not put... No, not at all. Everything's fine.
ザトウ州のものです。
そうか。奴らを倒したのはお前か。
Does it freaking look like he was the one who came out on top? I don't think so.
ではあいつか。ザトウ州を返り討ちにし、逃亡を続けているのか。
Chojiro, you know that she did not defeat them. Why are you asking these questions, man?
ならばそれを見届けなければならぬ。
見届ける？捕らえるのではなく、あなたはあの方と俺を追ってきたのではないのですか？
Well, he already caught you, so, I mean...
いや、秀吉殺害の犯人を追うのは五大老の放つ忍びだ。
確かに、あの捧げというザトウ州の長は毛利家に仕える忍びだと名乗った。
あの子は五大老による政権争いの獲物となった。そして秀吉の仇を討った勢力の主が秀頼の後見人となる。
So are you like the ref? Are you the one who's gonna be like, I was there, I saw it. This team won. They got the killing blow on my cousin. What? Is that why you're here to observe?
あの方は犯人ではありません。
もはや事実には何の意味もない。
そんな。
毛利のザトウ州は倒された。残る三勢力があの子を追っている。
Every time I take a drink of my drink, I freak out. I'm sorry. That's why I'm twitching so much. I'm drinking my drink. No, it's not alcohol. Don't worry. I'm just enjoying some nice, delicious cocoa. Because it's cold here. I live in this ice and snow. It's cold.
三勢力？五大老がそれぞれ追っ手を放ったのなら、残りは四勢力では？
徳川に動きはない。前田の加賀人軍、上杉の軒猿衆、そして浮田の雇った風魔人軍だ。
徳川には動きがない。では、あの半蔵殿の行動は一体どういうことだ？
Well, at least he's smart enough to keep that info to himself. Watch, he's gonna tell him right. He complimented him.
私たち甲賀は石田殿より追悼の結果を見届ける命を受けた。
Mm-hmm.
五大老が放つ忍び衆のうちどこが捕らえあるいは殺したか
Well,
見定めるのが役目だ。
That's douchey.
では、長次郎殿はあの方が忍び衆に追われ撃たれる瞬間も
So
ただ
much,
見ているだけとおっしゃいますか？
so much for family and, loyalty.
そうなる。だが私だけではない。猿之助、キャラ、霞も同じ役目を負った。別の道をたどり各自追っている。
Well, at least Shojiro got the easy one. His party's already been destroyed.
それが親方様の選択ですか？あの方を切り捨て、親しい者にその死を見届けさせるなど。
Yakimaru, there is a reason why her mom told you, a child, to protect her daughter instead of her husband. The dude's a douche. And obviously so is the cousin.
黒雪
Love him
は
though, he's so pretty looking.
そこに加わっていないのですか？
He's beautiful.
その顔ぶれなら名が上がりそうですが。
黒雪は里に戻っていない。今日で別れたきりだ。だがそれでいい。
Where's Kuroyuki? Where'd he go?
長次郎殿、あの方の愛した甲賀の里はどこへ向かうのでしょう？
Was it ever really what it was, or was it a facade? And it's just, shit covered in gold. Jojiro didn't answer. Instead, he closed his eyes.
月下丸。お前はどうする？
I don't know. He can't do anything right now. He's poisoned.
あの方をお守りします。
Don't know if that's the right answer there, Gekamaru.
そうか。
I don't think that was the right answer. He's gonna get knocked out.
私は一度戻る。ザトウシュの長の死体を確認した。毛利の脱落を告げねばならぬ。
Don't you guys... I said it before. Use freaking hawks or eagles or falcons or something. This running back and forth is a waste of time. Use birds! The moment Chojiro turned away, Gakumaro forced himself to run.
一刻も早くあの方に追いつかなければ。
But you don't know where he's gonna follow you, Gakumaru.
半蔵殿にも手出しはさせない。
He was going to hurt her. She'd be dead on the floor already. Gakumaru's determination kept him going. He did not know where the drive to protect his master came from. It's because he's in love with her. Obviously. Oh, these chapters are short. Oh. End of Konoe in the mountains. 10 days had passed since Zatoshu attacked. No one else crossed us. We continued to make our way through the mountains. We were already quite a distance from Kyo and would be reaching the borders of Konoe soon. I knew we were going over the pass to Mino, but I didn't know which route we would take. We weren't going to take the easy roads, however, Hanzo-sama chose the roughest path to take. It was obvious he was trying to avoid any form of human contact. He hasn't sent any reports. I'd expected him to meet up with the Tokugawa shinobi at some point, but perhaps it's true that Tokugawa is not one of the competitors. Well, no, he sent Hanzo. The way we traveled through the mountains is in hiding reminded me of the time I escaped Fushimi Castle. Flashback with Gakumaru. Hi, puppy. Little doggy. Meanwhile, my pup's sleepy. He sleeps. Gakumaru. He's safe.
遅れるな。今宵国見峠に入る。
Okay. Hanzo-sama intended to take me somewhere by himself. Where? Why didn't you just ask him? My thoughts trailed off. My foot got caught on a tree trunk and I stumbled. Oh no! I shut my eyes involuntarily as I fell. But I didn't hit the ground and I was lifted up instead. Do we get Princess Carrie? Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. Hanzo wouldn't do that. Hanzo-sama continued running several steps, then slowed down to a stop. He let me go and put me down gently. Why did he run?
足がもつれたか。
No, I just tripped. You know, loose rocks. His face was so near. I'm sorry. I looked away and stepped back. I can't tell him I stumbled because I wasn't paying attention. I never expected him to help. He probably did it because it's part of his job to keep me alive till we reach somewhere else. Well, yeah, it would be kind of a pain in the butt when you're like transporting someone and then they twist their ankle and they have to like, you have to carry them or something. Massive pain. I sighed. Hanzo-sama looked around.
娘、今日はここで休む。
Okay. Here? The sun is still up.
ここから先はきつい峠だ。お前の足では夜半に越えられぬ。
No, we can do it. Let's go. I sighed again. I can't do it.
越えられぬ。
Why? What do you mean? After spending 10 days with Hanzo-sama, I had begun to understand. Hanzo-sama always stated the facts. He's very, very... just... Yeah. I do not have enough skill or stamina to travel through the pass at night. It's probably true. I feel so ashamed. You're terrible, ninja. I see. I'm sure we would have managed if I were as skilled as your men. Hanzo-sama looked my way. I was getting used to his cold, sharp gaze. In truth, I was familiar with that look long before I met him. Yeah, our douchey dad. Father always looked at me that way. Because I am an incompetent shinobi.
徳川忍び組でも越えられぬ。
Daddy issues. Even Tokugawa shinobi. Oh. Yeah, what?
気になるようだから答えたまで。
He's splitting the soft side out now. Don't need to be so blunt, man. Yes? I got to know Hanzo-sama better after spending 10 days with him. He never spoke much, but if he figured the information he provided was harmless, he would answer me honestly. He's probably not a bad person. Lately, I was even beginning to think that way. Aww. It's my job to make a fire and find water to drink. Hanzo-sama would fish by the river and cook the parched rice he carried with him. Thank you for always making dinner. Nora, if you don't mind, I will make it. No, don't let her near it. I mumbled my offer, but he cut me off with a glare. This was the usual too. Well, he doesn't really trust us. He probably think we'd slip something in his food.
Good.
Plus, we know she can't cook, so it's probably for the best. Thank you. Because we made camp early today, I found it difficult to sleep. Normally, we would travel as much as possible, then wash down our dinner and sleep. There wasn't much time for anything else. Aww. I heard the crackling of the campfire. The sound makes me sad. It reminds me of my friends. I wouldn't call them friends if they ditched you. To die. Back in Koga, we would gather around the fire and have our meals, talking about our day. It wasn't going to happen anymore. Yep, because they ditched us. Are you worried? Yeah, totally am. I read his line, sorry. He asked me if as he watched me hang my head and hug my knees to my chest. Oh no, I'm making him concerned over nothing. Terribly sorry.
里も違う見知らぬ者と二人だ。身も心も休まらぬのも無理はない。
Dude, I am from a clan made up of 2 different clans. It's not that. No, it isn't. That isn't a problem at all.
そうなのか。
No, her clan is the Iga and the Koga mixed together. No, why would you think that, Hanzo-sama?
お前の足がもつれた。
And? That is because I have not trained sufficiently. I'm sorry to cause you trouble.
構わぬ。
Oh, why do I always go over the tsunderes? What is wrong with me? That's not true. I go with the fun, flirty ones too. I'm not worried about it, but may I know where we are headed to?
必要が。
His voice was cold as ice. Just because I want to know. I don't know if you're gonna throw me in a freaking mountain or something. I'm sorry.
謝る必要はない。だが、俺も答えるつもりはない。
Okay. He was someone that I did not have a relationship of trust with, but he was sincere with his replies. We stayed silent after that. Fire turned to embers and died down. It was spring. A fire all night wasn't necessary. The breeze was comfortable. Except if it rains, then it would be really miserable. If we weren't in this situation, this would have been a lovely time to walk in the mountains. He's completely inscrutable. The reason why I felt lonely might have been because Hanzo-sama had a way of erasing his presence. Oh yeah, it's like you're hanging out with a ghost. That's probably his habit. As he sat quietly, I could see him, but I could not sense him. Oh! A squirrel hopped near. I looked interested in the new statue in its territory and began curiously studying him. I want a CG of a freaking squirrel on him. It jumped on Hanzo-sama and climbed up onto his head. Then it jumped down again. Oh, I wanted to see a picture of that. I giggled. The sound startled the squirrel and it ran away. Aw, I wanted to see a squirrel on him. Hanzo-sama opened his eyes slightly. He glanced at me. I'm sorry.
お前は謝ってばかりだな。
Yes. I went quiet. He didn't sound angry, and that puzzled me.
気にするほどのことではない。
I had that. People do that all the time. I would apologize all the time for things. I'm like, stop apologizing. I can't. It's a habit. Sorry. I'm like, stop. Okay. I thought his eyes went softer. I don't even know why I apologize for everything. It has nothing to do with my family. Even my family tells me to stop apologizing for things. I don't know. I think it's just something that introverts do. I didn't know if he was being gentle or if he was feeling sorry for me. Come to think of it, he has never threatened me. He's just intimidating, you know? Plus, you probably find him attractive. I know I do. And I would. I would tell you. The only time he frightened me was the first time I met him. And he captured me. And the time he fought with the Zatoshu. Yeah, because he was in fight mode. His eyes are sharp, but not condescending. That much I can tell now. Maybe if I initiate a chat more often, we will be able to talk. I thought hopefully, but in the end, I couldn't think of anything to say. The brief lightning of spirit I felt evaporated into sighing of the wind? I don't know.
明日は
Whatever.
夜明け前に出る。
Okay. Alright. Hanzo-sama gave instructions for tomorrow as usual. Just as I would, I acknowledged them and laid down. Like, alright, sister. I looked up, but the trees were so thick I couldn't see the stars. That's unfortunate. Ooh, waterfall. Waterfalls are beautiful. Beautiful. We were already up and on our way by the time the sky had paled. I would say reddened, but whatever. The air was cold, but there was no fog. It was quiet. It was too quiet. We could not travel swiftly because the pass was too steep. Sometimes we used the ropes Hanzo-sama had set up to cross cliffs.
ここで休む。
Wait, did he like go the night before and set up the ropes? Or is this like set up the ropes as in like rock climbing set up the... Probably that. It's probably rock climbing where they put it in the... Yeah, okay. It was almost the afternoon when we took a break. He probably decided to take one because I was breathing hard. I leaned against a tree as I caught my breath. I hate going hiking. It feels like everyone else is doing okay, and I'm like dying in the back. I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I decide to come hiking again? I love hiking. I suck at it. I like the like easy, more like a walk through the forest type hike, but my family's always been like hiking. I always feel like I'm so out of shape because I feel like I am. I need to exercise more. I should. COVID ruined that for me. Just saying that. I was frustrated at how weak I was. I remembered the days when father would scold me back in Koga. Your dad's a douchebag, girl. He always said I was incompetent and that's why he could never send me on a mission. Aw. So mean. At that time, I thought I could win his... No, you're never... A person like that, you would never win approval from them. They just make crap up so they can look down on you. But now I know that what he said was true. No, that's sad. No. It's just as he said.
娘、これを口に含め。
You're like, I don't even know, 16, 17? That's sad. Hanzo-sama offered me a round pill. It's like a caffeine pill, like boost your
疲
energy.
労回復に効く生薬を雨面で練り込んだものだ。
It's a caffeine pill. Unlike me, his breath was even and quiet. His breathing wasn't even any faster. He still has the time to look around and observe the situation around him. Well, he is older. I don't remember how much. He's got to be in his 20s or 30s. I looked at the pill. It made me feel so much better. I probably look like a useless rookie and is like, well, you are a rookie. This is your very first mission. So technically you are a rookie. The very least I could do is try to cause as little trouble as possible. I put it in my mouth. It was sweet and slightly minty. Ooh, yummy. It's delicious. Thank you very much. Our eyes met.
息が整ったら行くぞ。
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
予定通りの工程だ。
It's like, stop saying sorry. I widened my eyes in surprise. He looked the same, but I thought his eyes were much kinder.
謝罪は必要な時だけでいい。癖なら直せ。
Yeah, it's a hard habit to fix. It is. Yes. I swallowed the apology that almost left my lips.
思ったよりも登れている。案ずるな。
Aww. No. My mouth hung up in shock. I didn't think he would ever pay me a compliment. He's different. He's not like father at all. Then I realized. Father was the leader of Koga. Hanzo-sama was the leader of the Tokugawa shinobi. They had similar positions, but they were so different. It's like I began to see Hanzo-sama in a completely different light. It's like instead of using like, oh, that's not good enough, you need to do better, he's using praise and the things you are doing good, which is actually a healthier way to get people to do better at stuff, is to give them a little bit of praise on like what they do well, and then just be like, but these are the areas you need to work on, but you're really good at this. You know, it's that little bit of sugar with the bitterness of the medicine or whatever. It's better to, especially with kids. You just react better to getting a compliment and then getting what you need to do better, instead of being like, you suck at this. You're never gonna get any better, you know. Yes. Positivity helps people grow better than negativity. I didn't apologize. Now I was comfortable. I simply nodded and followed him as he began climbing. Sorry, I go on these right tangents. It felt as if I had taken a breath of fresh air, and the minty sweetness of the candy in my mouth spread down into my heart. Aww. We're getting a little romance finally. When we climbed to the top of the pass, the view opened up. The sun was still up and the breeze comfortable against my face. Nobody was around. I still couldn't let my guard down, but it was reassuring. I smelled something sweet. Violets? The place was covered in them. Aw, I love violets. The pass was steep and not many people entered it. No one came to pluck them, so they grew free.
どうした?
Yeah, people are like ruin these beautiful flower beds. Cause like, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna lay in the flowers and just completely smash them and kill them. Oh, nothing.
片栗か。酢の物にするには道具が足りん。
I wasn't thinking of eating them. I was just admiring their beauty. Hanzo-sama widened his eyes at my comment, then he smiled.
そうか。
Yeah, I'm not thinking of food. I was so stunned I almost gasped.
どうした?
Nothing. I looked away quickly, darting my eyes. He smiled. He laughed, darting my eyes over the violets. That was shocking. He actually looks gentle when he smiles. Aww. So cute. I wanted to make sure my eyes weren't playing tricks and glanced at him. He was wearing the usual sharp expression.
片栗は食わないか?
I didn't even know you could eat violets, honestly. Oh, I have. I like them boiled. I used to pick them back at Koga. Hanzo-sama gave me a small nod. My voice squeaked, but he didn't seem to notice. That's a relief.
片栗は薬用にもなる。伊賀の里でもよくクス氏が子供に集めさせていた。
Similar in Koga, too. It's the children's job to take their roots apart and clean them of dirt and whiskers. They start when they are 4 years old. I got better at it while I taught the younger children.
いくつまでやっていた?
I think till I was about 10. Why? What? He studied me carefully. I didn't know what for. Is there a problem?
いや、その年までその役目を負うとはなかなかのものだ。
Oh? No, not at all. It was a job meant for children, and usually we would move on to a different task when we were 6. I'd asked Father if I could do anything, and he appointed me to help the village herbalist. While all my other friends began serious training, I was working among the small children gathering herbs. Father said I couldn't do anything else because I was unfit to be a shinobi. Ugh, what a douchebag. She's 7 years old. I hadn't realized when my head was hanging down. Hanzo-sama spoke quietly.
それはクス氏にお前の器用さが買われたということだろう。
Aw, see, so sweet. Huh? I looked up at him, looked up and met his eyes. They looked kind and I went speechless. I'd never thought of it that way before. Had I been helpful? I wouldn't know if that was true. But if it was, that made it worthwhile. Oh. Thank you. Aw, they're so sweet. Look how cute they are. I said my thanks. Hanzo-sama nodded as if it were no big deal. Oh, it's so cute.
片栗か。
Hanzo-sama muttered and began to walk. I followed him, matching his pace. The sky was high today, and it was breezy. It carried the fragrance of violets with us as we made our way. Aww. Cute. Their time together is super cute. I only really did a couple of routes, and I never did Hanzo's. This is cute. Now I can see why people say this is their favorite. We entered Land of Mino. I ran after Hanzo-sama through the mountains, gasping for breath. I have to keep up. After a while, he stopped.
きついか?
Yes. I'm getting more in sync with her.
峠も越えた。今日はここで休む。
Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I breathed a sigh of relief. I couldn't stand upright without resting my hands on my knees for support.
火の支度を頼む。
Okay, Hanzo-sama said before he disappeared. He didn't look tired one bit. Well, I mean, he still moved so nimbly. Well, the dude's been doing this longer than you've been alive, kid. She kid? Yeah, she's a teenager. It took an effort to gather the wood. I forced my body to move and finally managed to start a fire. It's getting so dark, even the smallest light is comfort to have. It also gives away your position, so... When I sat by the fire, a heavy drowsiness settled. It was hard to keep my head up. Well, yeah, you exhausted yourself.
眠いか？
Yes. Hanzo-sama. I'd almost fallen asleep. I tried to stand up. Hanzo-sama had come back.
起きているならいい。
Yeah, what? I'll help.
すぐ終わる。座って体力を
I
温
might
存し
accidentally
ろ。
hurt myself or burn the food. Hanzo-sama began salting the fish he had caught. Jeez, he catches fish fast. He placed them by the fire as he washed the parched rice. The meal was made in no time.
できたぞ。
Thank you. I took the stick of grilled fish from his hands. It was cooked perfectly, and I savored each bite. Hanzo-sama finished his meal quickly and took out a small packet. It smelled good. What is it? Is it the They Go Get Violets?
味噌だ。
Oh, it's
朝月と
miso.
食え。
He offered it to me with a handful of chives. You were picking those?
朝月など珍しいものでもない。小川の横に自生していた。
I took a sprig and dipped the small bulb in miso. Then I bit into it. It was crunchy and juicy at the same time. For a while, we munched on the chives in silence. I
片
like
栗が
chives.
咲くなら朝月も生える。
Really? That's interesting to know. I remembered the conversation we had in the afternoon.
片栗か。酢の物にするには道具が足りん。 そうか。
Oh, we've already seen that like literally 30
どうした？
seconds ago.
もう食べないのか？
I am. It tastes very good with miso. Thank you for this. So far, our meals had been quiet, but things were beginning to change. Are you fond of chives? I know I am. I love chives.
うまいからな。
Agreed. Did you used to bring miso to the training grounds as a child?
なぜわかる？
It was a guess. He looked at me with widened eyes. The change in his expression was subtle, but now that I was used to him, it was getting easier to read his feelings. Because I used to do it as a child too. I would ask for some miso to bring with me so I could find chives as a snack. I wouldn't eat them like that. I've never eaten them like that. My mother was good at making miso.
かがり殿か。
Oh, he knew her. You knew my mother?
ああ、同じ伊賀の里の出身だ。年も近かったから話をすることもあった。
Okay. I knew he was gonna be older, but we don't know how old her mom was when she gave birth. So, and I know people who are married that are 15 years apart. So, we're not gonna dwell on that.
もっとも、俺は12の時家康様にお仕えするために里を
Okay, so he was 12, so
以
he's
来
at
里に
most.
戻ったことはない。
Yeah, okay. That's not too bad. My mother brought the survivors of the Tensho Iga War to Koga and married my father.
そうだったな。
Back
そ
in
の
the day,
話は知っている。
back in those days, people got married really, really young. Really, really young. So, cannot put modern day sensibilities and stuff on the past. But this is a video game, and it's also an old video game. And it's a Japanese game, so yeah. So everyone's consenting age in this game, okay? Yes, I heard it. Yeah, okay. She died when I was very small, so I don't remember much of her. May I ask what she was like? Hanzo-sama paused as if to marshal his memories.
かがり殿は伊賀の長桃地丹波様の妹で忍び働きはあまりされていなかった。
Mm-hmm.
クス氏であった。それに確かに味噌はうまかった。
Oh, okay. You've eaten her miso before?
ああ。
It's been a while since I have spoken about my mother. Whenever I asked about my mother, the villagers would make a sad face. In time, I stopped asking about her altogether. I don't even know what she looks like. I asked Hanzo-sama carefully. The question made me nervous. Do I look like her? Hanzo-sama studied me intently for a while. I felt well, you don't look like your dad. I felt my heart beat faster.
いや、あまり似ていないように思う。
Oh,
雰囲気が違うのだろう。
that's not the answer she wanted, but... When was the last time you saw her?
織田信長様が討たれ、我が殿が伊賀越えをした時だ。
Oh, okay. I had heard of the story before. After Nobunaga Oda was killed in Hanoji Temple, Lord Tokugawa immediately returned to Okazaki Castle with a handful of his men. They went through the Iga as a shortcut. That's a little while before I was born. I muttered, and an understanding dawned on me. Hanzo-sama's face.
あの時かがり殿は身ごもっていた。
Ah, okay.
あれがお前か。
Okay, I completely misread that, but that's fine. I was astonished. I stared at him. It's so strange. He knew me before I was born. I feel differently about him now. He's not someone I don't know well, but someone who knew my mother. I felt warm inside, however, it appeared that Hanzo-sama felt differently. He looks harsh, like he is frowning. Hanzo-sama? I prodded him. Hanzo-sama replied flatly.
もう休め。明日も早い。
I think he just realized the age cap. Alright. We put out the fire and buried the leftover chives together. When I lay down to rest that night, I felt more at peace. I fell into a deep slumber. Hey, I'm not a 16-year-old girl, so I can thirst after Hanzo if I want to. I may be controlling her, but I'm not. I ain't her. A few days after crossing the pass.
追ってた。
Fight time. I tensed. The frightening thing was that I couldn't sense anybody close at all. That's why it's a good thing we have Hanzo. And his awesome blades. I don't know what they are. That looks like the Legend of Zelda, like, wind sage symbol on his blades. It will kill them. Yep. Hanzo-sama said quietly, asked uncertainly. Let's pretend like we're competent, shall we? How many are there? We can't fight if we don't know their numbers.
5人だ。
Oh, that's it? Okay. You can even tell their numbers? For the first time, I sensed them. Maybe they had stopped hiding themselves, knowing they were now found out? The Hanzo-sama 5 may not be a big deal. He has enough skill to handle them all. But my presence may make things difficult for him. Yeah, he might have to protect you. That was no good. I had to at least find a way to escape. Or protect yourself. Took a deep breath to calm myself down. Are they planning to attack together, or are they trying to fool us?
以前よりも冷静だな。
Well, I'm with you. I'd be a lot more calmer with this guy, too. Not really. I'm afraid even now, but I can't be scared. It might cost us our lives. Yep, gotta slow this optimist into a realist. I tried my best not to tremble. Hanzo-sama stared into my eyes.
その心意気はか。だが、ここは俺がやる。
Oh, okay. I'll just be back here, acting like a white mage in the back.
今は
Back row.
攻撃に備えて構えておけ。
Yep. Alright. I'll be the white mage in the back. Doesn't seem... Or the bard in the back, I should say. Doesn't seem like he was saying that to make me feel better. But his words give me strength. I still felt uncomfortable how I wasn't any help. I thought about it for a while. That's right. The memory served me well. I'd see something familiar like this happen before. I remembered the streets of Kill, Lord Tokugawa had acted as a lure and drawn his attacker out. Hanzo-sama, will I act as a decoy? I will act as a decoy.
させぬ。
Oh. But that time when Lord Tokugawa... He uses...
殿とお前は違う。
Okay. I shut my mouth at his firm answer. Is there anything I can do? Plus, there was only one guy that time. It wasn't 5. Is there anything I can do? There's no guarantee it will work, but there wasn't time to think through the idea. I could feel the enemy drawing near. Hanzo-sama snapped out his orders.
そのまままっすぐ走れ。気を伝う。血をかけよ。
Okay. Yes. I ran as I was told. Something flashed by the side of my head. Good night. Yeah, they're gonna start
振り向
chucking
くな。
things at me.
前だけを見ていろ。
Alright, bye. He's knocking down all the kunai that are flying towards me.
5歩目で右に飛べ。
Understood. But if he's yelling at me what to do, they're gonna hear him too. It's not like we're talking telepathically. It was frightening not to know what was happening behind me. But Hanzo-sama's voice was calm, and I did as he instructed. I jumped right on my 5th step. Ooh, he got like a bird mask going on. A man leapt forward from the front. Hanzo-sama sliced him in 2. Oh, I guess he's following behind, so we're still next to each other. I didn't even hear him fall. Hanzo-sama had already caught up and was running right behind me. Where to go?
科学。
Oh? They're... the hidden village in the... What was it? In the waterfall? Whatever this... the mist. I don't remember their symbol. I don't remember all the Naruto symbols, I'm sorry. I heard the sound of swords clashing once, twice, 3 times, but that was it. After that, I heard something hit the ground. He's fast and strong. Well, yeah. There were only 3 left among the 5. In this short period of time. Yeah. Our enemies stayed eerily calm. They continued their chase without any reaction to the deaths of their comrades. It's because they've been through this before. The air was so tense it prickled my skin. I wondered if I should stay on the ground. He told you to stay. It was his orders.
3本先の木の枝に飛び乗る。
Okay. I didn't have time to reply. 3 trees was a short distance to run. I sucked in my breath and jumped up as he commanded. Branch sagged under my weight. Smaller branches cut my cheek. Oh. Birdman! I looked down to see him fight with Shinobi who had leapt forward to the arrow from which I had jumped. 2 at the same time? How? By the time my eyes followed his blade as it cut one down, the other had already been killed. They didn't even have time to scream. They both dropped to the ground at the same time. This time I sensed a change in the remaining shinobi. It was fear. Well, yeah, when you're by yourself. Will we make it?
待て。
Okay, then. I was already taking my next step. My feet had kicked off and I was midair.
待てというのに。
Well, Flash Shinobi suddenly appeared before me. Alright, I'm not screaming. He swept at my feet and I fell and hit the ground. My breath knocked out. There wasn't time to react. I couldn't draw my daggers.
覚悟。
It can't tell me to tell us to stop when we're like midair, man. Having a slight bruise is not going to hurt me. Flash Shinobi fell. Hanzo-sama wiped the blood off his sword before he sheathed it. I wouldn't call it a sword, though. He stood still, concentrating to sense if there were any more. It wasn't a battle of 5 on 2. It wasn't even a battle when he handled them all alone. The damage was one-sided. My legs began to shake. I couldn't move now that I truly knew what he could do. Well, I'd be super excited. Like, oh my gosh, I have the best bodyguard ever. He looked down at me.
怪我はないか。
Are you angry at me? No. I tried moving my legs, but apart from their shaking, they seemed fine.
立てるか。
Yes.
動けるか。
Yes. Seemed satisfied with that. Then he began checking the dead bodies.
加賀人軍だ。これで前田が脱落だな。
Do they all only have like 5 ninja in their entire clan? That sucks. Carried their bodies and lined them up in one place.
やはりな。
What? What's the matter?
おそらくこの2人、3度目にお前を襲撃したこの2人は武田から渡った忍びだ。
Isn't that a different clan? Takeda clan?
加賀人軍の強さの半ばは武田のスッパを率いていた四井主馬がもたらしたものだ。
Okay.
四井は武田人軍の精鋭を連れて加賀に移ったが、元よりいた連中と折り合いが悪かったと聞く。
Okay.
この二人と残り三人は連携が取れていなかった。そうでなければもう少し苦戦しただろう。
Well, that's a terrible team dynamic then. So it would have been harder, but he never said he would have lost. When I saw him protect Lord Tokugawa at the temple, he subdued the man in an instant. I thought he was incredible then. That was just one guy. But now I've seen him in actual combat, I'm in awe. He's like no one I've ever seen before. Wonder where his limits are.
娘、言って
Maybe
おく。
an army of
俺がお前
200?
をおとりにすることはない。
Okay. Why?
死なれては困る。
Okay, I mean, like I said, Tokugawa, he was a samurai, so... But in Kill, Lord Tokugawa...
あれは殿の道楽だ。それに殿の剣術、その呼吸は俺も存じ上げている。
Tokugawa is a freaking warlord. He knows... He's a samurai lord. He knows how to fight. I mean, she knows how to fight, but like, Tokugawa is... different.
だがお前は違う。
Yeah.
だからおとりにはしない。
Yeah. I sucked in a breath. And plus, it was one dude, and she had 5, so it's different. I had spent enough time with him to know Hanzo-sama only spoke the facts. If he says he won't, he won't. He doesn't trust me enough, and I am not skilled enough for him to use me as a decoy. It's frustrating how I can't do anything. I'm the one that... Well, you were kind of sheltered by the Koga, and your dad was a douchebag, so... kind of stunted your growth on that. I'm the one that's being targeted and he's doing all the work. I hate how useless I am.
その息や。よし。
Okay. Huh? I looked up in surprise, but he didn't explain himself and began walking. I followed. When is Goemon gonna pop up? That's gonna be an interesting fight between him. The 5 bodies lay behind us. I couldn't look back at them. Well, why bother? You don't know them. I wouldn't even want to. Oh, we're running again. Ran as fast as I could. I could feel people chasing me, getting closer and closer with the intent to kill. At this rate, they will catch up with me. Can't let them surround me. Fear caused my legs to stumble as if they were waiting for this moment. I sure can attack. Ugh. I dodged, but I fell face down on the ground. That time to beat the fall, I tumbled. My body hurt everywhere. Where's Hanzo? Ugh.
追っ手だな。
Oh, there you are. Hi. I looked up to see Hanzo-sama standing before me. His very presence was threatening, and the people behind me stopped. I looked back in horror to see the glint of a sword in a familiar face. Brother Chojiro. Why are you attacking me? Inosuke Kira, you too? Oh, this is a dream. This gotta be a dream. Because Chojiro literally said that they had their own people they were following.
そう、
Aww,
そこまでだ。
she's having a nightmare.
悪いけど死んでくれよ。
さようなら。
No, this can't be real. Yeah, it's a dream. I picked up on it was a dream. I was like, where the crap's Hanzo? Why am I running away by myself? They inched closer towards me with blank faces. Fear engulfed me.
迎え撃つ。お前は何もするな。
Yeah, that'd be a terrible situation. They all drew their weapons, staring quietly at one another. I couldn't move, and a sword came down. Ooh. Nightmare. Yep. I woke with a jerk. While I gasped for air, I frantically looked around, only to find myself in the quiet quiet of nightfall. It was an awful dream. I wasn't tired because we slept as soon as we had finished dinner, but now dread hung on my limbs. It should be the shinobi of the 5 elders coming after me. Koga has nothing to do with it. But if the situation changes, I'm sure Hanzo-sama will not hesitate to fight them. He will kill them like the Zatoshu and Kaga. Honestly, if my family was trying to kill me, I'd be like, you know what? I don't think I like you anymore. What will I do then? Fight? Run away? My imagination ran wild. I would be sad, but at the same time, like, yeah, no. I didn't know what I would do, but I will not be mastered by my fear. Instead, I should think of how I can help. I took several deep breaths to calm myself down. I stood up slowly, carefully not to disturb Hanzo so much. Oh, he knows we're moving. All right, he's asleep. I doubt that. I think he's probably awake. Tiptoeing away from the campsite, I found an area thick with trees. This should be good enough. The area looks similar to the mountains near Koga. I jogged my memory. Did Brother Chojuro teach me? How did Gekimaro use his skills? But if you do this, you're going to tire yourself out, and then you're going to be tired when you're supposed to be running away and walking. I recall the way Hanzo-sama fought. I must get stronger so I can handle anything that comes my way. Although a good way to do that is not to be exhausted the next day, but whatever. That night I started training again. While I practiced my craft, I was able to forget everything. I don't need to think about the fact that I'm being hunted. I don't have to remember that Koga has disowned me. And I just pushed the button too long. And I mean, how far behind are they? Inosuke clucked his tongue and stopped. It was annoying that the person following him was purposely making his presence known. I had been following him for the past few days.
なんだよお前。いい加減俺に絡むのやめてくんない。
Is it Kuroyuki?
せっかく捕まえたと思ったら勝手にローン抜けやがった挙句俺に絡むとか最低だろ。
Goemon?
おや、
Ah, there he is!
釣れないことを言うね。知らない仲じゃないだろう。
No.
それに気づかずに通り過ぎたら困るだろうと思ったんだよ。
They're days behind.
何のことだよ。はっ。
There are 5 dead bodies by Goemon's feet. They wore forehead protectors characteristic to their clan and had daggers tied to their wrists.
加賀人軍か。
Mm-hmm.
ああ、見たところ死んで数日経ってるようだね。
When did we kill the Kaga?
もう美濃に入ってだいぶ経ったってことか。
どうして甲賀は見届け役なんて引き受けたんだい？
Inosuke lifted his head, which had hung down without him realizing.
お前には関係ねえだろ。
そうだね。俺には関係ない。でも、やっぱり気になるだろ？かわいそうだとも思うしね。
I love Goro.
うっせえな。分かってるよ。そんなこと分かってる。俺たちだって好きでやってんじゃねえよ。
Then why do it?
助けられるなら助けてよ。でも任務なんだ。しょうがねえだろ。
You always have a choice. You could just leave. Go with her somewhere. Goemon didn't say anything. It only made things worse for Inosuke. Goemon's like, you poor sad sap. You always have a choice. Suppressing his irritation, he knelt to check the bodies of the Kaga shinobi. Then he knows something strange.
刀傷が。
何かおかしいのか？
It's not her weapon. He's gonna notice.
あいつは細身の二刀流だ。貫いてもこの穴は開かない。
へえ。やっぱりあのお嬢ちゃんの刀傷じゃないのか？
やっぱりだと。
いや、そんな気がしただけさ。
Oh, the plot is thickening.
お前本当にどこまで知ってるんだよ。ことと次第によっては相手になるぜ。
I love his Wolverine claws. Inosuke dropped into a crouch with his claws at the ready.
お前が追い人なら手出しはしない。ノキザル種それとも風魔人軍か。けどどこにも属してないのにあいつを追ってるっていうなら邪魔があれば排除せよってお達しだ。
別にやり合う気なんてないよ。それに俺はノキザル州でも風魔でもない。あんな連中と一緒にしないでくれ。
He is a clanless shinobi.
じゃあ一体何なんだよ。
I'm here to catch her.
そうだね。あんたたちのお姫様を救う側かもって言ったら信じるかい？
Yes, because I don't know you. He doesn't know you, man.
え
Goemon took off a forehead protector from one of the bodies and flung it at Inosuke.
ま、それが実現するかどうかはまだわからないけどね。
Why do you just chuck a forehead protector at him?
とりあえず報告に戻るといい。任務に忠実。それが忍びというものだろう。
He's making fun of him for being a little lapdog. I love it. He commented somewhat bitterly and vanished in the blink of an eye. We're all aware that Goemon's departure stirred up twisted around Inosuke.
月下丸もあいつのこと追いかけてるんだろうな。
Well, he knew where she was going originally. The wind blew through the forest. Inosuke waited for it to pass before he began to run. He had to return to Koga to report of the deaths. Just send carrier pigeons or something. This would take so... No wonder they're so freaking far behind. Get nothing done if they had to keep running back and forth to the village. Jeez. Chapter 9! Woo! The land of Hida in the mountains. The season was turning to summer. Jeez, we've been out here for months. I was beginning to get used to a renegade lifestyle. I was in a much healthier state mentally. These days were peaceful. Well, it helps that we're killing off a lot of the shinobi. Summer is coming.
何のことだ
Winter is coming. Winter is gone. It's not summer. What? I heard a cuckoo bird. Cuckoo. See? Hear that?
あの鳴き声を止めぬようにしろ
Yes. Fine. Whatever. Killjoy. If the cuckoo stops singing, it means it sees someone near. It means we must melt into the surroundings. Yeah, when the forest gets quiet, it means it's dangerous. The forest should not be oddly quiet. Like, it means there's a predator nearby and all of the animals are trying to not be noticed. Yeah. Just some little survival facts for people who don't know much about being in the mountains. Yeah, the mountains should not be quiet. We should at least hear birds or something. We moved as... Oh my gosh, a word I don't know. Imperceptibly. As only shinobi can. Just gotta whip out my frickin' thesaurus and dictionary here. It's been a month and a half traveling with... But she said it was... Well, I guess... Yeah, each season's only about like 2 to 3 months long, depending on when she left. It's been about a month and a half traveling with Hanzo-sama. Half a month since the Kaga clan attacked. Nothing has happened since. Hanzo-sama and I talk more often now, and I'm still continuing my training at night. You guys getting comfortable with you? I was always the one that initiated the conversation. Hanzo-sama would give me a quick, concise reply. Not a bad person. He answers my questions when he can. He may seem cold, but he's honest. He's unlike anyone I know in Koga. I'm beginning to trust him. And that scares me a little. Because I know Hanzo-sama is only staying with me because my safety is his mission. Nah, he likes you, girl. He likes ya. It's freaking him out a little bit. He knows my mother from his time in Iga. When he talks with me, he often gives me advice on how to be a better shinobi. Sometimes I think I could tell how he feels from his eyes. It's hard not to trust someone as honest as him. He isn't even from the same clan as I am. Oh, he's from your mother's clan. Unlike everyone else I've grown up with. Whenever I thought about Koga, the memories stabbed me at my heart. It was an early summer's day like this. I chatted with Kiara, played with Inosuke, played with Gekamaru. Brother Chojuro admonished us when we did something wrong. At that time, I never thought a day would come where I would leave Koga. I wonder what everyone's doing now. Is Gekamaru safe? I don't know, we haven't seen him in a while. I'm alive because he risked everything to save me. What was the best choice for me then? Would it have been better if I had refused to go with Hanzo-sama? No. No, I'm just gonna straight up say no. It's best to stay with the most powerful shinobi ever. Be your bodyguard. Should I have stopped Gekamaru from being a decoy? No, that was the best option. What was the mistake from the start to run away with Gekamaru? What was the right thing to do? Maybe this is all because I am an incompetent shinobi. Yes, we are bad at our job. If I had been stronger...
娘、
Yes?
気配を殺せ。
Of what? Oh, the cuckoo wasn't singing anymore. I'd been careless. I tried hiding my presence as I was told to, but the more I got anxious, the less control I had. In the end, Hanzo-sama stopped and I stood still as well. He must be so fed up with me. Girl, no. No, he's fine. I waited for him to scold me. Instead, he spoke in a quiet voice.
心など閉ざせ。そうすれば気配も殺せる。
Yeah, get rid of your useless emotions. My heart?
そうだ。
Can you tell my emotions so easily?
お前の場合は特に。なぜ開く？ここには俺しかいない。
It sounded as if he was saying he didn't want to know me better. Felt like it was a slap in the face. No, that's not what he meant. I didn't know why it would affect me, why it affected me so. I think it's because I trust you.
信頼？
He told
俺を
you.
か？
He told you not to trust anyone. I nodded. I felt embarrassed and ashamed at the same time.
何をバカなことを。
Still love you, man. Still love you. I know you're here because you have orders from Lord Tokugawa. But you still treat me as a shinobi, even though I'm not as skilled as the rest. Bro, you fought Goemon and defeated him. Granted, that's because he underestimated you, but still. When I put it in words, it became obvious. I am grateful to him. To him, I am part of his mission. To me, he is my savior. Plus, you guys have been your only companion for the past month and a half. You're bound to, get close. You showed me a path when I needed one. That is why I managed this far. I was framed as Hideyoshi-sama's murder, and now I have been disowned. The 5 elders are after me. It was tough, but because of you.
俺は何もしていない。
Dude, you did a lot. She'd be dead. She'd be dead without you.
お前と同じ状況にあって絶望し命を粗末にする者もいるだろう。だがそうしなかったのはお前の強さだ。俺が何かしたわけではない。
I repeated his words in my mind. He did not decide for me, but that is probably why I feel he helped me. He may have done it naturally, so perhaps he thinks nothing of it, but I had to tell him. You've saved my life twice, Hanzo-sama.
命令だからな。
You don't... Because of that, I have decided if you have orders to kill me someday, I will do my best to fight you. She's cute. I must take care of this life you have given me. It'll be my reason to stay alive. Hanzo-sama fell silent for a moment. Then he drew out 2 daggers. Don't play this game with me.
その覚悟を試すか。
Do it! Let's go! Let's fight! What?
生き抜くというならためらう。何があっても戦い抜け。
Like, this kind of came out of nowhere, but square up, I guess. He growled quietly. The cuckoo bird cried once and it went quiet.
二手に分かれる。
Wait, what? Before I could answer, he vanished. Wait, is he fighting me or am I... I sensed it as well. We were surrounded. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, enemies? The moment I moved, 3 shinobi appeared before me. I was like, wait, why would they...
見つけたぜ、甲賀の抜けに。
Hey, they remind me...
おとなしくやられてもらおうか。
He reminds me of that sound ninja from Naruto in the Chunin exams. I think he's the one that, like, has the thing... Yeah. Who are you people?
俺たちはノキザル種。上杉の殿様の命令でお前の命をもらっていくぜ。
My life?
おうよ、覚悟してもらおうか。お頭、やっちゃ。
The leader was hiding somewhere. The Nokizaru called out, waiting for a signal.
あれ、返事ねえな。まあ、いっか。 こんな小娘、俺たちだけでひとひねりだぜ。うりゃ
！Sounds like Yakuza. Let's go. The three jumped at me and I dodged. Before I could draw my daggers, they attacked again and again. They're fast. One hit will be my end. Well, get your freaking daggers out. I can't lose here. I just said I would stay alive, but running away is the best I can do now. The movements were precise. They utilized the branches around them. It was all I could do just to dodge every attack. It looks like I have my daggers out to me.
思ってたよりやるじゃねえか。
この俺たち三人衆をかわすとはなかなかの手だれ。座頭と加賀をやっただけはあるな。だがこれで終わりだ。
Shouldn't they be concerned that my companion's not there? Ugh. The rope shot out and snaked around me. Oh, fun. I'm getting tangled up, but if it's just one rope...
まだまだ！おいちょ！
The three shinobi lashed out their ropes. They wrapped themselves around me as if they were alive. They tightened their hold and I choked. Ugh. Tears began to form in my eyes. I struggled to free myself.
どうよ、俺たちのすのこまき縄術。寒い季節だったらあったかくてよかったのにな。
The ropes tightened and tightened, but I still had a way out. I just needed the time. Are you going to kill me or are you going to capture me?
どっちだったかな。俺は殺したいけど、その方が面白いからな。
でも捕らえるんじゃなかったか？
Yeah, I don't want to piss off your orders.
いや、やっていいはずだぜ。どうせもう動けないからどっちでもいいけど。
I dropped my head, pretending to give up. I kept quiet, hoping they would not pay attention to me. Please don't notice. They hadn't noticed I still had my daggers. I worked my way through the ropes using small movements, praying for time.
っていうか、お頭に聞けばいいんじゃね？そりゃそうだ。お頭！お頭！
Little more. Done. Hey, you got my daggers out. One of the ropes snapped. The sudden loss of tension made them lose their balance.
なんだと！
Pay attention, guys. I spun free as they stumbled. I gripped my daggers tightly, ready to fight.
この貴様ら！
But I dodged their blades, ducking under their arms. I positioned myself so I could cut one of their throats. Ooh, cutting straight for the jugular, I see. I might kill. The moment I thought that, my hands began to tremble. Girl, no! A harsh voice barked from my back.
ためらうな！
Yeah, I did it. That did it, yeah. First kill! I reacted automatically. My dagger cut into the Nokizaru's neck. Down he goes. What have I... You've done what you were trained to do, chickadee. That's what we've done. I knew what I had done. I had killed someone. I had killed one of them. I stared at the body. He was still moving. He was still bleeding. Felt my knees begin to wobble. You have two others, girl. This is what you were trained to do. To kill or be killed. And I ain't dying. Before I could even realize what danger I was in. Dagger. I was like, what the crap? Before I could even realize what danger I was in, a shadow flew across my head. Everything was over. Their screams were short. They fell quietly. My legs weakened and I sat down suddenly. A shadow materialized before me.
終わった。これで全員だ。
I love you. I love you, man. Love you so much. Hanzo-sama tossed something down in front of me. It was a dead body. Oh, thanks. Just what I want to see. Another corpse. On the ground, there were 4 dead bodies. The one he had thrown down just now must have been their leader. Was he just carrying that thing with him? Because we kind of ran around. Not that it mattered anymore. Now that they were dead, Hanzo-sama killed 3. I killed 1. Well, you got a 1 kill streak, girl.
初めてか。
Yeah, obviously. It was my first mission. My throat felt tight. I couldn't answer him. Hanzo-sama walked around the bodies and came up behind me. Please give me a hug. He pulled me up and away. I felt numb except for his presence at my back. Back hug.
お前は勝った。己の
Aww.
力で生き抜いた。
Aww. Back hug. He said that as he slowly opened my fingers. His hands were warm. They were alive. He took my daggers out of my hands. I didn't realize how tightly I was gripping onto them. After wiping the blood off of them, he returned them to the sheaths on my waist. They made a pretty clinking sound. Yeah, I like that sound too. Oh, they're so cute. He lifted my chin with a hand. Then he stared into my eyes and told me firmly.
よくやった。
Aww. Huh?
お前があの均衡を崩したから奴らに隙ができた。お前は自分で自分の命を守った。
Yeah, we were complaining about being useless and making everyone else do the dirty work. Now we gotta get our hands dirty now. But they died because of it. Well, that was their decision. It was you or them.
人はいつか死ぬ。
Mhm.
いつでも死ぬ。お前が殺すか俺が殺すかでしかなかった。
He said that flatly, just as usual, with a calm face. He only stated the facts. Will I die too? Of course you will. You're not immortal. You're not like me. You'll die too.
死ぬ。
Yeah.
だが、それは今ではない。
Gotta toughen this cookie up. She's still soft and naive. Then he tapped me on my back.
行くぞ。血の匂いを落とさねばならん。
Hanzo-sama began to run. I followed him. Dimly at the back of my mind, I was surprised. I had never thought I could take another's life. Perhaps I had never thought I would have to. It's probably that one. We were very sheltered. She wants to be a shinobi, but she doesn't want to kill someone. That's kind of part of the job. Some female shinobi had to, actually sleep with people and poison them, so at least she didn't have to do that. Mountains, night, Renhita. I washed myself many times. Hanzo-sama built a fire by the river and draped my wet clothes nearby so they would dry. I wore them after they dried, but I thought they still smelled of blood. Just a coppery smell, it doesn't... I washed my hands upteenth times too. They were white from the cold of the water, but still, to me, they looked stained. Hanzo-sama made dinner for the both of us. I accepted it and ate. I didn't have an... Here's the thing. Kuroyuki was sent on a mission when he was 7 years old. She is almost 18. Kuroyuki probably had to kill someone when he was 7. Like... the psychological damage, man. But then back in those days, you would kill your own food. Like, you'd kill your own chickens and stuff. So death was very much a part of your everyday life, kind of a thing. And we're just kind of a lot more sheltered nowadays. We can go to the grocery store and just buy the pre-butchered meat and everything. And so we don't have to come in contact with that anymore. Which I am grateful for. Because I do love meat. But killing something just makes me sad. I like meat, so, I'm a hypocrite. If I really had to, I would get used to it, but I don't want to get used to it if I don't have to. He said, don't hesitate. He didn't say defeat him or kill him, but don't hesitate.
眠れぬか?
No, not really. Nope. Has this ever happened to you before?
ない。
Mm-hmm. Liar. I let out a sigh at his definite answer, then a tear rolled down my cheek.
なぜ泣く?
I'm sorry.
なぜ泣く?
Oh, he looks so sad. Because I'm weak. I said I would stay alive, and I thought I was determined. I didn't have enough resolve.
覚悟がなかったのか?
I thought I did. When I was in Koga, I wished to be a shinobi so badly, but... It's strange, isn't it? When I have experienced real combat, I'm crying.
おかしいか?
It just means you have a healthy empathy. Just means, yeah. Is it really that strange? Yeah, no, it's not really. This isn't how a shinobi should be. Father must have known. You had too much empathy.
上の感動か.
He didn't like him. He told me so many times that I was incompetent. He was right. I'm sorry, Father. When I said it out loud, the tears began to flow. It's very sad when you're trying to live up to your parents' expectations and there's nothing you can do. Like, you'll always find fault. Not all parents are like that. It's just sad with the people who have parents like that. I have a good relationship with my parents. So there's certain things, but you know, it's very sad. But what Hanzo-sama asked me was something I had not thought about.
里の者にも忍びとは認められていなかったのか?
No, they were very nice to her. I don't know. They were all protective of me for being the child of Iga and Koga.
では、父親だけか.
Yeah. Person the closest to her, yeah. Father is the leader of Koga. I'm sure he saw right through me and knew my weaknesses.
そうだろうか.
Does not like her dad, you can tell. Spoke as if he was doubtful. It made me worry.
かがり殿のことはほとんど覚えていないと言っていたな.
Mm-hmm. Mother, why do you mention her?
かがり殿のこと、父親と話したことはないか?
That dude's not going to talk to her about her mother. No, I rarely did. I was not allowed to speak of mother.
かがり殿が自害だったからか.
Oh. Yes. Obviously, she was not happy. The sky was getting dark. Hanzo-sama's voice dropped the tone lower. How did he know about that, though? Because she was in the Koga clan by that point. Hanzo-sama, you knew.
ああ、里から出てはいたが知らせてくれる者がいたからな.
Answer my question right away.
自害だという話を聞いて引っかかったのは確かだ. かがり殿の印象はそのような最後と結びつかなかった. 正直意外だと思ったことを覚えている. お前から聞く感動と最後に会った時のかがり殿の頼みはどこかつながっている気がする.
Yeah. My mother asked you for a favor. What did she ask for?
今さら真相を探っても線のないことはいくらもある.
That makes me want to know even more. It was his way of saying the conversation was over. Didn't press him any further.
所詮人は死ぬ. その理由は様々だ. そして生きる理由もそれぞれだ.
I wonder what she asked him.
何もかもただそれだけのことだ.
Sad. What is your reason to live, Hanzo-sama? Hanzo-sama thought for a while before he answered me.
理由などない.
Aww.
生きているから生きるだけだ.
That's sad. He makes me sad. It struck a jarring chord with me. Aww. Hanzo-sama lives for his missions. It's the way a shinobi should live. I aspired to be that way too when I was on my way to Kyo. But now that people are after my life, I want to live because I choose to, not because I have orders to fulfill. Hanzo-sama and I have different reasons for living. You know, it's so sad. That made me sad. I don't know why I felt that way. I squeezed my fist to take my mind off the tight feeling I had in my heart. Oh, she likes him too. They have been together alone for a long time. I lay there quietly for the next 2 hours watching the sky change into a darker shade of night. I was worn out. Still, my eyes stayed alert and I couldn't sleep. I'm just going to say something that's completely out of the blue. If you've never gone camping before, I highly recommend it. And I don't mean like you have to stay in like a tent because I hate that. I always stay in cabins because laying on the ground sucks. Get a cabin or like an RV or something, because the night sky and like the mountains or just out in the wilderness is absolutely amazingly beautiful. It's like the best thing. I love the night sky in the mountains way more than any skyline ever. It's just so beautiful. So anyway, not that you guys cared. It's beautiful. And then my mother, she's from California, so she used to go like camping on the beach. And she said it's the same. Like if you could get like area where there's very low or no light pollution, it is beautiful. So yeah, anyway, well, insert for me. I'm gonna actually end it here. We're getting really close to the end. I believe there's only 10 chapters and we're in chapter 9, so maybe the next episode will be the last one. Oh, and I love Hanzo so much. Oh my gosh. I'm very much enjoying the Hanzo route. I understand why people say it's like the best route in the game now. He's so my type. He's total like I don't even know his tsundere, but he's like kind of prickly on the outside, but he's like so nice and like squishy on the inside. He's so great. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. So bye.